It is time for Econo Chat. Let's talk business with Mr. Daniel Steinman and myself, Elsa Bitivinyani, as your hostess right here on your power station Energy 100. A warm welcome to all our listeners and a warm welcome to you, Mr. Daniel Steinman.
Thank you, Elsa B.
We are talking Purchase Power Parity. 3 words. Can you explain to us what that means? Because I'm sure a few of our listeners are like scratching their head right now. What are you talking about, Elsa B?
What did you say, Elsa B?
Purchase Power Parity.
Not public-private partnership.
No. The triple P.
Public-private partnership. The other one.
The other one, yes.
Okay. Elsa B, it's very interesting. When you're talking about purchase power, 20-30 years ago, the terminology was to refer more to purchasing power, which is a semantic distinction. But over the years, it has solidified or crystallized into a concept that's very well known amongst economists, especially development economists, and that is this big thing.
Yeah.
Purchase power parity. So let's start immediately by defining it, making clear what the 3 words mean together. And purchase power is very obvious. It is what you get for your buck.
Yeah.
How strong is that $10 note in your pocket? How far can you go with it? Can you actually survive on the basics with a $10 note, or can't you?
Yeah.
And then parity means how does it compare in value to other areas in the world, or other domains.
Yeah.
So purchase power parity refers to the strength of your money, how much it can buy you, and what you can buy with your $10, how it compares to what you can buy with $10 in, let's say, Europe or America or even South Africa. Although the differential between us on purchase power parity and South Africa is very small because we use the same currency. So there's a difference because life in a big South African city is generally cheaper than life in Windhoek. Windhoek is regarded as a
one of the most expensive.
It's a very expensive place to live, and it's very obvious we don't have economies of scale. So you get stuff. I mean, you just take the price of a liter of milk in Windhoek and in Cape Town, and you immediately it slaps you in the face. You can't believe that it's possible to have that big difference on the same commodity. So there is a especially on the retail side, on the consumer side, there's a small negative parity, it's called, between Namibia and South Africa, meaning that the currency here doesn't take you, Namibia dollar doesn't take you as far as the South African rand, but not in this market. If you come in here with a rand, it's 1 rand is 1 Namibia dollar. It's the same thing. I'm comparing the 2 markets. If your $10 in Namibia is not going to take you as far as your $10, your 10 rand will take you in Cape Town. So that's fairly straightforward. Where it becomes a real issue is if you compare Namibia to places like Europe, for instance. Then a very, very good example is the price of beer. Now, every one of us can relate to how it impacts you if beer is unaffordable. But a beer in Namibia, in Windhoek, is in the region of about 15 Namibia dollar. You get a nice Windhoek draft and I'm very fond of Windhoek draft. That black bottle. You get a nice Windhoek draft for $15 if it's on special at Vermont. $82 for 6. It's about $12. So it's relatively affordable. Now you go to Frankfurt in Germany. That same beer there will cost you 35 Namibia dollar even after you have done the calculation to convert between euro and Namibian
dollars.
Yeah. So now parity becomes a positive parity, but a very large positive parity.
Okay.
In the sense that not only do you have to take many more Namibia dollars to Europe if you go there on vacation, you also have to contend with the fact that you even have to take more, because everything there on the consumer side, on the retail side, is roughly 2 to 2.5 times more expensive than in Windhoek. Now, this should immediately alert you to the fact that I said life in Cape Town is cheaper than in Windhoek, because Cape Town is a big city. Life in Johannesburg is even more cheaper. I mean, Frankfurt is not a small place.
Yeah.
Berlin is not a small place, you know. So why is it that despite their size, or the general size of a city in Europe, which is much, much, much bigger than Windhoek, one would expect that life there would be cheaper, but it's not. And the question is, why?
Why?
And I'll explain that now.
When we come back after this short break.